Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. As we start, I want you to put your hands together for Mr. Raheem Vassell, who has been entertaining us on the saxophone. Excellent job. Welcome to all our guests present at 38A Harbor Street. Welcome also to our over 300 customers, stakeholders, currently online. Welcome to those watching on CBX, Caribbean Business Exchange. My name is Andre Gooden, and we are here this evening to officially launch the Jamaica Central Securities Depository Client Portal, a project that we spent quite a bit of time on perfecting to ensure that we get it right and to respond directly to customer requests. This is why we're on a path of constant improvement. We have accepted the feedback from our customers, and we're here to launch a product today. This afternoon, before we start, I will ask Ms. Angela Hawes, Manager for Jse-Jcsd Trustee Services, to come and lead us off in prayer.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let us pray. Lord, we give you thanks for today, for your loving kindness each and every day, for our managing director, our general manager, our board of directors, our investors, our clients, our colleagues and friends. May the challenges we face on any given day lead us not astray. For the abilities you have given us, we create new paths, new processes, and we are able to make them work. This evening, we say thanks for the launch of our new portal. May it meet the needs of our users and make the team proud. As we look towards the dawn of a new day, we give thanks. Father, for everything, we say thanks.
Amen. Thank you very much, Ms. Angela Halls, Manager of Trustee Services, Jamaica Central Securities Depository. I will now ask Andrea Kelly, General Manager, Jse-Jcsd, and Jse-Jcsd Trustee Services, to come and do the official welcome.
Good evening, everyone. Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Andre Gooden, Group Business Development Manager, Jamaica Stock Exchange, Mr. Julian Mayer, Chairman of the Jamaica Stock Exchange, who is online, Mr. Livingston Morrison, Chairman of the Jamaica Central Securities Depository and the Jse-Jcsd Trustee Services, Dr. Marlene Street Forrest, Board Member of the Jse-Jcsd and Jse-Jcsd Trustee Services and Managing Director of the Jamaica Stock Exchange, Mr. Leo Williams, Board Member of the Jse-Jcsd, Ms. Justine Collins, Board Member of the Jse-Jcsd, other members of the JSE and the Jse-Jcsd team, Mr. Kevin Richards, CEO, Kingston Properties Limited, Ms. Lisa Kong, Director, Blue Power Limited, Ms. Rachel Curlew, Assistant Vice President, Investment Banking, Mayberry Limited, Ms. Mishka McLeod-Hines, VP, Capital Markets, Sagicor Investments Limited, members of the media, persons online, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a good evening. Today is a very special day. Indeed, I am very pleased to be in a position to bring some good news to the market and to welcome you all to the launch of the Jse-Jcsd Client Portal. The launch of the Jse-Jcsd Client Portal could not have come at a more appropriate time. It will be a tool to empower every investor. As a market intermediary, the Jse-Jcsd has always worked with the brokers and the issuers to facilitate market growth and development. Our collaboration with NCB Capital Markets in 2019 and the launch of their Go IPO platform has been a game changer for the market. Now all the brokers have an online platform to accept applications for IPOs and APOs. Daily, we interact with investors from all 15 brokers and process transactions from these investors that are sent through their brokers. We also process information for over 101 listed companies and approximately 386 securities on a daily basis. Can you imagine the number of requests that is sent to the Registrar Services Department daily? Over the last 4 months, the Jse-Jcsd opened over 6,397 new accounts. Currently, the Jse-Jcsd has over 283,613 active accounts. In 2002, the Registrar Services Unit processed over 3,427 requests from clients in the form of client maintenance, which totaled 768 requests, follow-up requests, that's 171, payment details requests, 136, search of an account, 308, and of course, the revalidation of checks, which was the most requests, that was 1,123, and transfers, 260. That is a lot of information to be processed. It became essential, therefore, for the Jse-Jcsd to look at automating these processes to ensure that investors will have a faster turnaround time to their queries, easy access to information, and that they are able to monitor the progress of these requests. Thus, we decided to create the Jse-Jcsd Client Portal. The portal will allow investors to add mandates to their Jse-Jcsd accounts. You will note that I mentioned earlier that over 1,220 checks were returned to us for revalidation. Adding a mandate to your account will ensure that you will have quick access to your dividend payments and avoid the hassle of awaiting checks through the mail or returning checks to the Jse-Jcsd for revalidation. Submission of queries. Once a query is submitted, the investor is able to track the status through the portal until the matter is resolved. They are also able to view statements and their dividend history. There are so many features that the investors will benefit from, but I do not want to take you through all the features now and take away from Tamika's presentation, who as a project lead did a wonderful job on this portal. She will share with you the beauties of the portal. In building the portal, we ensure that all the bells and whistles were considered and that this will benefit investors. Consideration was given to the Data Protection Act that will be enacted at the end of the year. Our legal team was also consulted for guidance. The security of the data was also big on our list. Whilst we work to ensure that investors have access to information, we must also protect the integrity of the information that is available to investors. It would be remiss of me not to mention Software Architect and the excellent service they provide. Damien was bursting with excitement when Suzette and I spoke to him about assisting us with this platform. Throughout the project, he was able to provide us with his experience as an investor, his knowledge of the market, the systems that we use, and his technical expertise. This certainly made this project a wonderful experience. I am going to encourage everyone here tonight to sign up for the portal before you leave. Also, please share this wonderful news with your friends, family, co-workers, and clients. Now more than ever, everyone will appreciate the benefits of keeping your eyes and your fingers on your investment. There is no greater gatekeeper than the account holder. The portal is very dynamic and allows us to add additional features as the market changes. In fact, before the end of February, we will be sending notifications in the form of emails and texts to investors once there is a change on their account. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this evening's proceedings. I hope you are all as excited as I am about the prospect of this platform and the future of the Jse-Jcsd. Please enjoy the remaining proceedings.
Thank you very much, Ms. Kelly. And she is indeed very excited and passionate about this project. She could have gone on for a lot longer. I know she's really, really excited about this herself and our managing director, who we're going to ask to come up next, to give her own remarks. Dr. Marlene Street Forest.
Good evening, everyone. I am standing on the protocols already established, but let me recognize the chairman of the Jse-Jcsd, Mr. Livingston Morrison, and who is our guest speaker, and also our general manager for the Jse-Jcsd, and our chairman who is online. I must say that I have Andrea has said it all, and there's little more that I can say more than that, you know, I'm as excited as she is regarding the launch of this new portal this evening. As I reflected on the product, this portal this evening, I said there are some products that come before their time. There are others that come after their time. And then there are some products that come just in time. And, you know, we could be looking around those who are looking at this launch and said, you know, I think they did it because of the events that are happening now. But as a group, the Jse-Jcsd's group, what we see is how we can make the experience of the customer that much better. And just from the board level, strategically, we have always planned as to how we can ensure that the experience is good. So this client portal really is one of those. While we encourage people to build their wealth, we need to encourage people to secure their wealth and to encourage people to say that the information that you have is yours, and just as how you are going to be taking care of your body in terms of health, the fact is that you also need to take care of your investment. Depositories are rapidly changing nowadays. We note that at the beginning of time, when we had started depositories, it really was just about putting those securities in, just securing them. But we have seen that we have moved away from that, how depositories have helped the exchanges to make the market more secure. And this portal coming from the depository is one of those that it's a value added to the market. We also must recognize that there are many actors in this field. One, it's the exchange, we have the member dealers, we have others, the regulators. And then the most important actor really is that of the owner of the securities. So this portal is really going to ensure that the individuals have independence. It really is able to, because you can interrogate the system and confirm anything regarding your account. That is tremendous. And I know that's why Andrea is so excited this evening. So the launch of the portal is therefore a huge step in ensuring that our customers are truly at the center of all transactions within the depository. And it has come at a perfect time when investors can better appreciate, and I want to underscore this, many of the times that we launch products, if the investor does not see themselves in it, then we lose the value. But at this particular time that the portal is launched, investors are able to see themselves in this portal, to say, yes, I must be involved. And so, as Andrea's indicated, we are inviting persons to opt in. Ensure that as soon as the launch takes place, you opt in. I really want to thank, because I've seen the work of the team in terms of getting this product together. Truly, I've seen the enthusiasm, Tamika, Kadil, all the various players, and it is good when you can see that the team is looking at how best to grow the market, or best to secure the market, or best to ensure that there is that confidence in the market. I also want to thank the developers, software architect, our preferred partner in this venture. As we say in Jamaica, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. We know that this will be a great tool to consume, and so we recommend it to you. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, it is our pledge from the JSE's group to continue to serve you so that you preserve and improve your prospects of wealth creation. We will examine at all times the means to put you in a position to safeguard your investment, to put those guardrails around your business and your portfolios. The platform being launched today is definitely an important tool for rebuilding trust and improving market confidence. We need your help in ensuring that this development yield a positive return on investment. Again, thank you for being here.
Thank you very much, Dr. Forrest. Before we bring Raheem back on, we're going to invite our chairman, Mr. Livingston Morrison of the Jse-Jcsd Trustee Services, to bring his keynote address at this time. Please welcome him.
Mr. Master of Ceremony, thank you so very much. I hate the phrase all protocol observed, but given the long list of dignitaries online and in the audience, I have absolutely no choice. A keynote address. Interesting. It's a pleasure to be here. Always a pleasure to visit with the hardworking team here at the exchange. A pleasant good evening to everyone. Allow me to add my words of welcome to the Jse-Jcsd client portal launch. It is a new year, blessed with new opportunities, and I dare say new challenges. My wish for you and your connections is that the year will be phenomenally successful, however you choose to define that. Phenomenally successful both personally and professionally. There have been some major developments here in Jamaica in the financial system over the last few months, a consequence of which we have had one of the biggest announcements in the history of the Jamaica financial system, the merger of the regulatory institutions that serve the banking and financial services sector. And there's a lot that has been written about the subject over the last several months, several weeks, and I dare say there will be a lot more to be written about the announcement. It's a tremendous opportunity for us to reimagine the financial services sector and how the regulatory arrangements can be structured to ensure that we continue to strengthen and deepen the financial services sector to serve the needs of all the stakeholders. I look forward to the next year. There is a tremendous amount of work to be done. The legislative arrangements that will need to be put in place to ensure that those plans are realized is a tremendous, it will demand a tremendous effort. The institutional arrangements that will need to be put in place, the merging of supervisory cultures, and I dare say, when I think of regulation and regulatory excellence, I translate that to mean people excellence. So how do we prepare the institutions with the skills and competencies required to accomplish the expectations of a stronger financial services sector serving the people of Jamaica? I look forward to the next 18 to 24 months as all the stakeholders contribute to this most important endeavor. Of course, of tremendous significance will be the need for consultations. Of course, bringing the two segments of the business together means that stakeholders with sometimes conflicting needs will have to be brought into the same space. And I dare say consultation is going to be of tremendous importance over the next 18 to 24 months. So there, the elephant in the room, I have dealt with it. Let's come back to what is at stake today. Here at the Exchange, we have been very focused and determined to continue our efforts to support the development of the capital market. It was back in 1998 that we started the Jse-Jcsd to bring greater efficiency to capital market operations with the immobilization of stock certificates. We continued the journey in 2002 when Jse-Jcsd Trustee Services was introduced. Through Jse-Jcsd Trustee Services, we hold title and administer securities for the benefit of third parties in financial transactions. Through the Trustee Services business, we also support collective insurance investment schemes, securitization arrangements, and other fiduciary relationships in support of the securities market. I choose to highlight these developments over the past 2 decades or so to make the point that together, Jse-Jcsd and Jse-Jcsd Trustee Services constitute 2 critical components of the operations of Jamaica's capital market. These entities serve to mitigate operational and settlement risk and contribute significantly to improving confidence in the capital market. And I should make the connection with other efforts to strengthen capital market infrastructure, to include 15 or 20 years ago, we had the RTGS and the CSD to deal with government-issued securities. And the connection between the various systems serve to ensure that we can move securities and settlement assets throughout the system in a safe and secure way, in a way that continue to promote financial stability. So we have this tremendous infrastructure. The question is, how do we use the infrastructure to facilitate a deepening of the financial system to ensure that the average investor can reap the benefits of a financial market infrastructure that meets international standards. That's a continuous journey. It's a moving target, but if we want to take our place and justify our place in the global financial system, then it's important that we continue to make these strides, to make these improvements, to ensure that at all stages of the system we meet and, if possible, surpass international standards. We support electronic processing of IPOs and APOs, processing applications and publishing results within a few days of closing. Through this process, we ensure that shareholders have ready access to their securities and information about their holdings. We continue to grow our product offerings to support greater efficiency and transparency throughout the market. You might be aware that we now offer AGM and EAGM services that were deployed in response to the pandemic disruptions. We continue to innovate to meet the changing needs of the market. We are very, very proud of the fact that the largest listing on the exchange in the history of Jamaica were processed efficiently and effectively by Jse-Jcsd. Of course, I speak of Trans-Jamaican Highway with over 36,000 applications, and of course, Wigton with another 31. Together, some 67,000 applications were processed in record time with precision and with accuracy. I'm very, very proud of the team here at the exchange. We should also pause to recognize we expanded our registrar services with some 33 new registers being added to the portfolio between 2019 and 2022. The total number of registers now stand at 114 and growing. Jse-Jcsd is now one of the industry leaders in this segment of the market. This evening, we bring to you the latest in the series of innovations and new services. We attempt to bring greater value to the investing public with our offering, which is being announced this evening. With the new client portal, we add another mechanism for bringing greater transparency and a higher level of integrity to the capital market with the intention of further strengthening investor confidence in the system that serves and has served us for such a long time. Dr. Street Forrest, I want to take this opportunity to thank you and the members of the JSC team. In particular, I thank the leadership and the staff of Jse-Jcsd and Jse-Jcsd Trustee Services. General Manager Andrea Kelly, you are one of those unsung heroes of the exchange, and I want to take this opportunity to publicly thank you for your commitment and your service. Your team at Jse-Jcsd and Jse-Jcsd Trustee Services, I have nothing but praise for the team of persons who serve with distinction and diligence on a continuous basis. The Jse-Jcsd and Jse-Jcsd Trustee Services teams will continue to search for opportunities to further deepen the financial services industry by providing greater access to the services that are offered by our brokers right across the system. Of course, it is very, very important that we recognize that as a board, and allow me to just speak a little on behalf of the board of JCSD and JCSD Trustee Services that I have the privilege to chair. We are very, very passionate about strengthening the corporate governance arrangements that allow for us to continue to pursue these opportunities apace. We are very, very serious about ensuring that not just JCSD and the JCSD Trustee Services, but also our main board subscribe to the highest standards of corporate governance, standards that we insist that the listed companies uphold at all times. We're very, very serious about that. Of course, we recognize that we, as a board, we must continue to visualize the future that we want to create within the marketplace and to put the plans in place and commit the resources to continue to ensure that we offer an infrastructure that is robust, is strong, is resilient, and one that is capable of supporting the continued growth and development of the capital market here in Jamaica. As I close, rest assured that we will continue to do our part to strengthen the capital market infrastructure to meet the highest standards of probity and transparency. Investors deserve no less. Jamaica deserves no less, and we are committed to the cause. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Chairman. Thank you very much, Chairman. Well said. A proud chairman there, ladies and gentlemen. This is a night of celebration. This is a milestone moment for the market, milestone event for the JCSD Trustee Services, and the group, Jamaica Stock Exchange, overall. So being a celebratory movement, we like to celebrate with music, and we're going to invite Raheem Vassell again to come back and share his talent with us. Ladies and gentlemen, Raheem Vassell. Put your hands together. Thank you very much, Rahim. Vassal, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for him. Immense talent. Okay, now we're going to ask another from the constellation of stars that work at Jse-Jcsd Trustee Services, and the JSA Group generally. The project lead, Tamika Ricketts, to give us an overview of the portal. Please make her welcome.
Thank you very much. All right, so good evening, everyone. I really, as Mr. Morrison said, looking at this list of the protocols, I believe it's safe for us to just move forward and say, standing on the protocols already observed. But I would really want us to pause and welcome Ms. Natasha Fraser Cumberbatch, who flew in from Trinidad. She is one of our ISIO clients, representing one of our ISIO clients, and she flew in just to be here with us for this launch. So please welcome Mrs. Cumberbatch. John Maxwell once said, "Change is inevitable, but growth is optional." And then Glenda Cloud thereafter made a spin on the quote and said, "Change is inevitable, but growth is intentional." The two words I want us to pay particular interest to this evening are growth and intentional. Today, February 9th, 2023, marks the launch of our Jse-Jcsd client portal. This step is an indication that we have intentionally chosen to grow. Just a little bit of background information. As the largest registrar and transfer agent in Jamaica, we receive numerous client queries on a daily basis, and our general manager would have provided some insight on those numbers. As part of our strategic objectives, we went to the drawing board with an aim of identifying a tool that would improve the manner in which we serve investors. We sought to develop a space that would enhance our service deliverables and provide increased value and experiences to investors. There came the conceptualization of the Jse-Jcsd client portal. So we're going to ask the question, with everything that you're introducing, people would say, what is the definition? What is the Jse-Jcsd client portal? So this is a user-friendly customer service portal that allows investors to manage and query their Jse-Jcsd accounts. How does one gain access? So the first step is through registration. So registering for the Jse-Jcsd platform is quick and easy. Investors will be required to create a profile by completing the online registration form and thereafter adding their Jse-Jcsd accounts. Once the investor has successfully registered and the verification process has been completed, then access will be granted to the suite of features on the portal. These features include the tab stating Jse-Jcsd accounts. Investors will be able to add their Jse-Jcsd accounts, view the details on their Jse-Jcsd account, edit information that is shown on their account. They'll also be able to generate statements. Users will be able to generate e-statements showing holdings and values. Another feature is that shareholders will be able to view notices based on the shares that they own. So anything that is important to you in terms of an annual general meeting that is coming up, or that a company has declared a dividend, as an investor or shareholder of that company, I'm pretty sure that you'll be interested in viewing those notices. They'll also be able to see details of their payment information. So you'll be able to see your gross tax net and being able to view the warrant information outlining all this information. As it relates to mandates and persons who are, keeping up with the activities of the Jse-Jcsd will be, or I'm sure is familiar with mandates. So this is really providing the Jse-Jcsd with instructions as to how to handle your dividend payments. So we could not have created a portal and left off this feature. So an investor will be able to go on, view their mandate, edit their mandate, add a mandate in the event that, you are receiving checks, and this is something that the Jse-Jcsd is always pushing, that you provide us with direct deposit instructions so that your payments can hit your bank account on payment date, and you don't have to be waiting on a check to come to you in the mail and then taken to the bank for deposit. Another amazing feature, and this feature is one that we have gone through in testing, done simulations to see how queries will come over to us. So this feature is the Queries tab. So investors will be able to submit queries, track the queries, and see real-time status of the query that has been submitted to us. And in a nutshell, kind of interacting with the Jse-Jcsd staff. All these features will be made available once the investors have successfully registered and have gained access to the portal. Our growth is continuous, and we will be doing further reviews to identify any additional feature or features that will further enhance the offerings of the Jse-Jcsd portal. So look out for any updated version that will facilitate these additional features. This portal and the development of this portal would not have been possible without some key persons. We would like to thank the Managing Director for the JSE, the JC Group, Dr. Marlene Street Forest, for her contributions. All those meetings and the feedback that were provided, we thank you. Special thanks to Ms. Andrea Kelly for initiating this development and providing the guidance throughout. Our manager, Ms. Cadil McNaught Hermit, who is joining us online, who was a part of the committee and provided unwavering support throughout the project. The committee and the staff members, we had representatives from the legal team, from risk and compliance, from marketing, from IT, and the General Registrar Services Unit and the Depository Services Unit staff that assisted with the testing and the training in terms of getting everyone set up in terms of administrators on the portal. The developers, Software Architects Limited, thank you for executing, listening to our requirements, and completing the development accordingly. Ladies and gentlemen, to the investors, I could not leave without providing you with the domain for accessing this portal. For persons who are here, the domain is printed on the brochure, so please log on and get started. For the persons joining online, the information is also on the Jamaica Stock Exchange's website. However, I will at this point state the domain, and I wish that before the end of the week that you log on and you sign up. So it is a Jcsd portal.jamstockex.com. Repeating, Jcsd portal.jamstockex.com. I implore you again to register, log on. Once you've registered, or if you don't have a Jcsd JTrader account, then you will be required to register. If it is a case that you have a JTrader account, then all you need to do is to enter the credentials that you already have on your JTrader account. We will now lead right into a video presentation that will provide some visualization of the features just outlined. Kamara?
Current JTrader users can access the portal by logging in with their current JTrader credentials. However, current JTrader Current JTrader users can access the portal by logging in with their current JTrader credentials. However, if you are not a JTrader user, you will be required to create your profile by selecting the Register Now button. Both individuals and companies must complete the 5-step registration process before being granted access. Companies must also submit their authorization letter to the Jse-Jcsd for approval. Once logged in, users will be required to add their Jse-Jcsd account using the Add Account icon. Once completed, the Jse-Jcsd will review the request and approve access to that Jse-Jcsd account. Users can generate their account statements by selecting the Statements tab. Once selected, the users must select their Jse-Jcsd account number from the drop-down list and enter the date range for which the statement is required. Users are also able to view shareholder notices, which represent any declaration or notification published by an issuer, such as dividend declaration, annual and extraordinary meeting notices, stock splits, among others. The user must select their Jse-Jcsd account numbers from the drop-down list in order to view notices. Another key feature of the portal is that users are able to view and generate their dividend history, which outlines payments made to a shareholder based on the stocks owned as at record date on behalf of our issuer client. Dividend history is generated by selecting the Jse-Jcsd account number from the drop-down list. When a user selects the Mandates tab, they are able to view mandates that are currently on their account by selecting the Jse-Jcsd account number from the drop-down list, or add a mandate by clicking the Add Mandate icon. To add a mandate, the user must select the Add Mandate icon. Once selected, the user must specify whether they want a global mandate, which is a mandate that is applied to all symbols on a Jse-Jcsd account, or a symbol-specific mandate. You are required to select the Jse-Jcsd number to which the mandate should be added, as well as complete all the required information such as name of bank, branch, account number, name reflected on bank account type, and account currency. Once you have populated all the required fields, you will then select Save, and your mandate request is sent to the JCSD for approval. Users can view a list of the companies that the JCSD RSU is engaged to provide registrar, transfer, and paying agent services for by selecting the companies managed by RSU tab. The most exciting feature of this portal is that users can submit queries in real time directly to the Registrar Services Unit RSU by selecting the Queries tab or the Contact Us icon at the bottom of the page. Here you are able to view queries that have been previously submitted, being reviewed, or resolved. Once a user is going to submit a query, they must select a subject from the drop-down list. Select the related JCSD account number and type a message. The user can also add supporting documents by attaching a file. The user can now review queries and the responses from the registrar and add additional comments where necessary and track the process of the query as it moves from submitted to being reviewed to resolved.
Thank you for watching, and again, I implore each and everyone here today with us to sign up and register now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tamika. Excellent job, team lead. Give a round of applause, please, for a very good job done. The result of a lot of hard work. Okay, we promised that this session would last an hour, and we're right at 4 minutes before the hour, so I'm going to ask Alyssa Dean, Mrs. Alyssa Dean, Supervisor for Registrar Services, JCSD, to come and do the official vote of thanks.
All protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good evening to you all. As Andre said before, my speech may be, already overdone, but I must start by saying, James Allen once said, "No duty is more urgent than that of giving thanks." So it is my privilege to have been given the duty to be delivering the vote of thanks this evening. On behalf of the JSE Group, first of all, our sincere thanks to Almighty God for making today's launch a grand success. By His blessings and grace, we're able to make this portal what it is today. A special thanks to our Managing Director, Dr. Marlene Street Forrest, for our unwavering support and confidence in us. As the backbone of the JSE Group, Dr. Forrest is a guiding force for us every step of this way. We express sincere gratitude to Ms. Andrea Kelly, the General Manager, JCSD Trustee, for being a constant motivator and for all her valuable input throughout this process. A big thank you to Mr. Livingston Morrison, JCSD Chairman, for making such valuable inputs this evening to our audience, and for his wonderful remarks, reminding us to embrace new opportunities, new challenges whenever they arise. A portal like this could not have happened overnight. The wheels started turning months ago, and this required effective planning and execution skills. Thankfully for us at the JSE Group, we have been fortunate enough to have been supported by a team of well-motivated and dedicated individuals who know their job and are result-oriented. With that being said, a very, very special thanks to our developers, software architects, the Jse-Jcsd Client Portal Committee, which comprised of representatives from our IT team, marketing, legal, and risk and compliance. We express gratitude to the members of the Registrar and Depository Services Unit for their hard work to complete the task beyond their comfort zone and for their extensive training and testing of the portal throughout this journey. Finally, a special thanks to our moderator, Mr. Andre Gooden, the saxophonist, Mr. Raheem Vassell, the decorators, and all who attended virtually and in person. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I say that we are most grateful to all those who made the Jse-Jcsd portal a reality. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing more remains to be said, but just to remind you, you can still call us and email us, you know. But if you want to do it, if you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and find a statement that is not on your account, you don't have to wait until 7 o'clock on Monday morning to call Tamika. You can put it on yourself and confirm that you have done so. So we thank you very much for being here. We understand that people are online actually registering now, so that's a very good thing. Thank you for everybody online, and thank you all for being here, and we look forward to your continued support. Have a good evening. We have refreshments at the back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.